Hello and welcome to the Print's Political Adda. In today's show, we are going to discuss about the alliance between the reunion between the BJP and AIADMK. Yesterday, AIADMK General Secretary Edappadi K Palaniswami met Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence and had a 2 hours long discussion. So, officially, both the parties maintain that there is no political calculation behind this meeting, and they are maintaining that they will be announcing about their alliance stand at the time of elections. That means they have at least a year time for the 2026 assembly elections. But off the record sources from both the parties say that they are uh, uh, they are most likely to join hands for the 2026 assembly elections with some conditions from both the sides. So before
Sir,
getting
we
into
can
those
probably tell
conditions
you.
and other discussions that happen between them. First, I'd like to ask what is Suman's take on this? Like Tamil Nadu has been preparing for this 2026 assembly election. In just a year, ADMK is likely to join BJP, and the five-corner fight has now like turned to four-corner fight as of now. DMK, ADMK, BJP, TVK, and then Vijay's TVK, and then Seeman Shanker. So, what's your take on this, say, Sumanth?
Okay. First of all, I think it is way too early to make any guaranteed predictions. All we have is one meeting yesterday. It is clear that the AIADMK and BJP are coming closer to each other. There is no doubt. In fact, today, after Mr. Edappadi Palaniswami returned to Chennai also, he was very clear in not ruling out anything. About a month or 2 months back, he said, we are not going to have alliance with BJP. Today, he said we have to form an alliance a few months before the election to decide based on the political situation, which means he's keeping his options open. There are a few issues here. Whether the BJP will sort of play along now. Last in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Mr. Annamalai was the one who wrecked the alliance. Otherwise, they would have won 10 to 12 Lok Sabha seats. See, mind you, if you add the vote of BJP and NDA and AIADMK in the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections, where they lost all the seats, in 24, they lost all the seats. They led in 84 assembly segments out of 234. If they had led in another 30, they would have been leading in a majority of seats. So I think that it is sheer common sense. It is not just that ADMK plus BJP, it is ADMK plus BJP plus PMK plus DMDK and so on. And that will be a formidable fight. See, you must remember, last time after 10 years in power, also the AIADMK BJP alliance in 2021 was, along with PMK and DMDK, they were able to win 75 seats. So I think that you now that 5 years anti-incumbency, it will be a massive challenge for the DMK combined if this alliance actually materializes. There is also a rumor, and again at this point everything is a rumor, that the NTK of Mr. Seeman, because he's facing a lot of pressure from the ruling party now, so he may also be persuaded to join that front. And if that happens, then I envisage a clear-cut victory for that alliance.
All right. So now with Shankar, he has been reporting for ThePrint from Delhi, and he has been covering BJP for a long time for ThePrint. So what is the BJP's plan for Tamil Nadu? Because last time when Lok Sabha election happened, the alliance didn't materialize, and then the party days they let it go, and then they formed a separate alliance with the other parties, say TT Vidyanagaran, Open Universal, and others, PMK and other parties. So what is BJP's plan for Tamil Nadu for 2026 assembly election?
प्रभाकर, इस सवाल का जवाब दूं उससे पहले मैं सुमन साहब से ये जानना चाहूंगा कि सर, how AIADMK will counter DMK narrative like on language or delimitation. DMK is posturing and using these two narrative to counter anti-incumbency. How AIADMK will, along with BJP, if they form alliance, counter DMK narrative?
Actually, to be very honest, the AIADMK's position on both delimitation and on the language formula is the same as the DMK. It is completely different from the BJP. So Mr. Edappadi Palaniswami has very categorically said that this is about seat adjustment, not that ideologically all the parties in the alliance will have the same ideology. And I think that what is going to happen going forward is there is going to be a loose alliance. I'm fairly sure that should the AIADMK BJP alliance happen, then Mr. TTV Dinakaran's AMMK will also be made part of the alliance. So I do not know yet about what happens to Mr. OPS, but from whatever I have heard, the decks are sort of cleared for Mr. Dinakaran's party, because the alliance needs that 2-3% of vote that Mr. Dinakaran can get from southern Tamil Nadu. So, and that is where last time the AIADMK performed very badly. So that would be something that they are looking at. So this kind of a large alliance will win the election. I don't have too much of a doubt, especially in view of the prevailing law and order and other issues which are plaguing the state now. I have a feeling that if they can assemble a rainbow alliance, see what will happen also is Tamil Nadu has this anti-DMK vote, and the aim of this alliance should be to consolidate that vote so that everybody thinks only this alliance can defeat the DMK. So that will add another 4-5% of vote share to this alliance. And if such a large alliance is formed, and if, for instance, the NTK of Mr. Seeman is also part of this, they will comfortably win the election.
ओके और मैं प्रभाकर के सवाल का दिल्ली से जो बीजेपी हाईकमान तमिलनाडु के बारे में जो उनकी ओपिनियन है या जो सोचता है उस पे मैं थोड़ा सा प्रकाश डालूं अपने व्यूअर्स का। देखिए तमिलनाडु में बीजेपी ने जिस तरह से इन्वेस्ट किया है, अगर आप सदर्न जो इंडिया है उसमें देखें, कर्नाटक, केरल में जिस तरह से बीजेपी का इन्वेस्टमेंट है, तमिलनाडु उनके लिए एक बड़ा फोकस स्टेट है। और इसलिए बीजेपी का आपने देखा हो कि लगातार प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी की जो स्पीचेस होती है पार्लियामेंट में या बाहर, वहां पर वो किसी ना किसी तरीके से तमिलनाडु के जो सिंबल है, तमिलनाडु की जो सिंबलिज्म की पॉलिटिक्स है, उसको लगातार वो कोट करते हैं, चाहे वो काशी तमिल संगम के जरिए हो या फिर दूसरे इवेंट के जरिए हो। तो बीजेपी किसी ना किसी तरीके से चाहती है कि तमिलनाडु में उसका ग्राफ बढ़े। सवाल है कि एआईडीएमके के सामने एक तरफ कुआं है, दूसरी तरफ खाई है। यानी कि एआईडीएमके ने जो एक्सपेरिमेंट पिछले दिनों में किया, उनके पास जो अलायंस को ब्रॉडन करने का जो फ्रेमवर्क है, वो बहुत ज्यादा आगे नहीं बढ़ रहा। तो इसलिए एआईडीएमके के सामने चैलेंज ये है कि वो किस तरह से एक बड़ी पार्टी, नेशनल पार्टी, और खास करके जिसके पास नैरेटिव है, जिसके पास रिसोर्सेज हैं, जिसके पास एजेंसीज हैं, सीबीआई है, ईडी है, वो किसी ना किसी तरीके से एआईडीएमके के को इस इलेक्शन में पुल कर सकती है, जैसा कि चंद्रबाबू नायडू के साथ में बीजेपी ने किया कि चंद्रबाबू नायडू को जब बीजेपी ने बैक किया तो चंद्रबाबू नायडू की गाड़ी आंध्र प्रदेश में निकली। तो दोनों की एक तरह से मजबूरी है, एआईडीएमके की भी मजबूरी है और बीजेपी की कंपल्शन तो है ही। थोड़े दिन पहले अमित शाह एक लंच में हम जैसे जर्नलिस्टों को मिले तो हम लोगों ने उनसे पूछा, तो उन्होंने कहा कि हम हमेशा डीएमके का स्वागत करेंगे एंड एआईडीएमके इज वेलकम। जब भी उन्हें लगे कि वो बीजेपी के साथ ज्वाइन करना चाहें तो हम तैयार हैं उसके लिए। तो कुल मिला के बीजेपी का जो सदन फ्रेमवर्क है उसमें एआईडीएमके उनकी एक मजबूरी है और एआईडीएमके के लिए भी मजबूरी है कि आज की तारीख में जिस तरह से वो इनफाइटिंग उनकी पार्टी में है, जिस तरह से बिना दिल्ली के सपोर्ट के वो डीएमके को काउंटर नहीं कर सकते। तो एक तरह से दोनों की मजबूरी है कि असेंबली में उन्हें परफॉर्म करना है। अगर डीएमके को सत्ता से नेस्तनाबूद करना है तो वो बीजेपी के अलावा उनके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है।
Yeah, thanks, Shankar. So from this, so I would like to ask Suman sir. So from what Shankar has said, it is understood that BJP is willing to support ADMK by all means. So if at all, if they say BJP is willing to help ADMK by all means, but to materialize this alliance, what are the challenges ahead for both the parties, sir? Say BJP as well as ADMK.
See, there are 2-3 challenges. First challenge is Mr. Annamalai. Mr. Annamalai has been very, very critical of an alliance with the AIADMK. He, in fact, media reports said that he said he will resign if this alliance actually happens. Now, what is the BJP High Command going to do about Mr. Annamalai? Now, that is something which they have to sort of take a call. Now, are they going to get him to cooperate? Because, he has been disparaging not just of Mr. Edappadi, he's been disparaging of Mr. MGR, Jayalalitha, no, I'm sorry, not MGR, but Jayalalitha, and also Mr. Annadurai, who was one of the founders of the DMK. So I think that there is a problem with how the BJP, whether the BJP is going to continue to blindly back Mr. Annamalai. That is something that is going to be very, very important in determining where this alliance is actually going to go. That is one. The second and very, very important part is, of course, the question of whether what conditions the BJP may want to impose. See, the AIADMK feels that the BJP has been very soft on the DMK. Unlike other opposition governments, the use of the agencies has been very, very limited in Tamil Nadu to basically one Sendil Balaji minister and a couple of others where nothing has actually happened. So basically, there is a feeling that the DMK and the BJP have some kind of understanding at some level. And over the next 6-7 months, if they are serious about wanting this alliance to happen, then the DMK, the BJP must show the AIADMK that it is on the same side and it is not playing a double game. There is a very strong feeling that the AIADMK may be playing a double game. The BJP may be playing a double game vis-a-vis the AIADMK. So that is something which they'll have to establish their credentials with the AIADMK.
And do you think
for ADMK, sir? Sorry, Shanker. So for what will be the challenge for ADMK? So you said about BJP's challenge, like they have to showcase their credentials, all this. What will be the challenge for ADMK?
ADMK's challenge is very clear. They have a huge problem in terms of the perception that the BJP has in Tamil Nadu. BJP has 10-11% vote share, accepted. But the point really is there is a negative sentiment associated with the BJP, and that has got to be overcome by the AIADMK. I feel that this time, if they do get together, they can overcome that particular the negative sentiment. Because, mind you, this is an assembly election. So they are not actually going to vote for Mr. Modi. They are going to vote for a local chief minister. So I think that can be overcome. My bigger concern for the AIADMK is getting them to swallow their pride and accept people like Mr. Dinakaran into the alliance, maybe even OPS into the alliance. Clearly, they are not going to be accepted into the AIADMK because Mr. Dinakaran has his own political party. So the question is whether they would be open to this arrangement where they say, look, we are giving seats to BJP, and from BJP's quota, they are giving the seats to AIADMK or they are giving the seats to OPS or whatever. That kind of an arrangement has been seen in some other states where I don't want to directly say I'm having an alliance with you. I will say that I'm having an alliance with some other party, and that party from its quota is giving some seats to you. So AIADMK's biggest challenge is that. And obviously, if they have an alliance with the BJP, they will go wholeheartedly or full-throatedly for the Hindu vote, because the minority vote is completely lost, and they know it. They tried even in the Lok Sabha elections. They tried for the minority vote, but the minority vote is almost 90-95% with the DMK. So that is not going to change at all.
And do you think Telangana or Andhra Pradesh is an entirely different ball game? If we see compared with Tamil Nadu, Telangana or Andhra Pradesh is a different ball game. In Tamil Nadu, Dravidian ideology, language, this narrative play in election.
Not as much, sir. See, the thing is, the narrative has been created against BJP. That BJP is a North Indian party. It is a Hindi-speaking party, and they are not connected with the Dravidian, areas. But BJP has made an effort to change it. The BJP once was perceived mostly as a Brahmin party. Now in Tamil Nadu, Their last 3-4 state presidents have not been from the community at all. They've been from various communities. In fact, they've had a Dalit as the state party chief and so on. So they have made an attempt to change their image. But this constant pushing of Hindi is going to hurt the BJP. I don't know why they go on doing that. People want to take 2 languages, let them take. If they want to learn one extra, voluntarily let them learn. Why are you ramming it down somebody's throat? That will not go down well. Delimitation, all political parties except BJP are against the delimitation in its present formula. All political parties in Tamil Nadu. So that is something on which the ADMK is also quite against. They will not accept delimitation in its present form, whatever the BJP says. So I feel that the BJP will have to swallow a lot of its core issues if they want an alliance with the ADMK. And I think yesterday's meeting seems to indicate that both sides need each other.
So yes, sir. So what we heard from the sources is like, though it is not like certain now, the temporary arrangement is, or the suggestion that was made between the two parties is that, so instead of Annamalai, not like he'll continue to be the BJP president, but in the place of Annamalai to discuss about the election strategies and other sheet sharings, they might form a committee which might include Annamalai or might not include Annamalai. This is one of the suggestions for them. But Annamalai the central leadership is very stubborn about having Annamalai as a state president. So this is what we hear from the sources from both the parties. So do you think having a committee to discuss sheet sharing, the election strategy will work out?
See, yesterday also, Mr. Annamalai, when asked about this meeting, said anybody can meet the Home Minister. There is no big deal about it. So clearly, honestly, even if they do have an alliance with Mr. Annamalai as state president, even if the AIADMK accepts it, on the ground, it will not work. The AIADMK workers are not going to be willing to campaign for BJP under Mr. Annamalai. I can't see that happen. I mean, even if the two party high commands can agree anything, but on the ground, it will not work. The party, look, whether it is Dr. Tamilisai or Vanati Srinivasan or L. Murugan, or all of them have excellent relationship with the ADMK. Mr. EPS does not have a problem with anybody else. Here is one person who has wrecked this alliance with his statements earlier, who is alleged to have said that he will resign if BJP forms an alliance with ADMK, and you retain him, then you have to take that call whether you are serious about building the party in Tamil Nadu. This 11% is basically because of the Lok Sabha election. If it is an assembly election, they may not get 11% if they contest on their own, the BJP. So they have to smell the coffee at some point. If Mr. Annamalai, maybe Mr. Annamalai can be moved as a party general secretary or something in Delhi. But continuing with him, even if they are able to put pressure on AIADMK and make them form an alliance, I honestly can't see that alliance working on the ground well. There are so many, I would say 99% of the BJP leaders in the state have a very good relationship with the AIADMK. Now, why would you persist one gentleman who is, even yesterday he's saying wholeheartedly, I'm welcoming them. In one statement I saw somewhere where he said that Lord Shiva also had to drink poison. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't understand what value he brings that BJP is prepared to stake an entire election in Tamil Nadu and its future growth in Tamil Nadu for one individual. I don't know. And surprising, because BJP is a cadre-based party. It does not normally do this. You've seen all the other states. Somebody unknown is brought in and made a chief minister. Nobody knew, Bhajan Lal Sharma was not the favorite for becoming chief minister in Rajasthan or, in Madhya Pradesh, this gentleman who is now the chief minister. He was not, they were hardly in the race. So I don't think, I think for the BJP, I don't know why they have this obsession, but the rumor is he's got the, backing of the prime minister and so on. So we don't really know.
बिल्कुल आप सही कह रहे हैं. इस पे मैं प्रभाकर थोड़ा सा ऐड कर दूं. बीजेपी का जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उसमें अमित शाह और प्राइम मिनिस्टर उन लोगों को काफी पसंद करते हैं और उनका जो रूल बुक है उसमें अन्नामलाई या फिर संजय बंदी जो कि तेलंगाना में पहले स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट थे, बाद में उनका नाम काफी ऊपर था क्योंकि बीजेपी और प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी और अमित शाह को लगता है कि ऐसे स्टेट में जहां पर बीजेपी अपोजिशन में है या फिर स्पेस बनाने की कोशिश कर रही है, वहां पर ऐसे एग्रेसिव लीडर की जरूरत है जिसमें अन्नामलाई और संजय बंदी फिट बैठते हैं। हालांकि बाद में जब तेलंगाना में काफी इनफाइटिंग हो गई तो उसके बाद एक किशन रेड्डी को लाया गया क्योंकि वो ज्यादा एकोमोडेटिव थे, ज्यादा इंक्लूसिव थे और नॉन कंट्रोवर्शियल थे। लेकिन फिलहाल आज की तारीख में तमिलनाडु में अन्नामलाई बीजेपी हाईकमान की जो पसंद है उसमें वो काफी फिट बैठते हैं। ये अलग बात है कि जैसा कि खुद एआईडीएमके जनरल सेक्रेटरी ने कहा कि अभी इलेक्शन में 1 साल बचा हुआ है, तो इसलिए अन्नामलाई को दूसरी पोजीशन पे भेजा जा सकता है, वहां पे नया बीजेपी प्रेसिडेंट आ सकता है, कमेटी बनाई जा सकती है। ये सारे चेंजेस हो सकते हैं क्योंकि कई बार अलायंस को चलाने के लिए इस तरह के दोनों पक्षों को एकोमोडेट किया जाता है, उसमें अन्नामलाई को कोई दूसरी पोजीशन दिया जा सकता है। लेकिन एज फार एज अन्नामलाई इज कंसर्न, प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी और अमित शाह दोनों अन्नामलाई को पसंद करते हैं।
लेकिन ये कमिटी ऑप्शन नहीं चलेगा। AIADMK will not agree. They are absolutely okay with anybody. They are okay with any other leader in Tamil Nadu, as far as I know. But I don't think. See, even now, Mr. Annamalai is not speaking positively of AIADMK. Even now.
लेकिन पिछले
how can you have an alliance where one leader of one party
वापस आए हैं, तो थोड़ी सी नरमी उनके स्टैंड में
नहीं थोड़ा वो accommodative stance he did take, but now again he has started. How can you have it's not fair. I mean, any party, when the leader of the alliance party is talking badly about you, as if you have to be tolerated, and he doesn't want it, but he is forced to have you in the alliance. Why would anybody want to be in that alliance?
एक मैं इंस्टेंस बिहार से कोट करूंगा। बिहार में देयर इज वन लीडर और ही इज अ यूनियन मिनिस्टर, गिरिराज सिंह। गिरिराज सिंह एक समय में नीतीश कुमार के वन ऑफ द मोस्ट वोकल, जिसको क्रिटिक कहते हैं, वो नीतीश कुमार को रोज सुबह उठ के गाली बकते थे, ठीक है। और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की जो बुक है, जब वो गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री हुआ करते थे, तो उस दौरान उनके पसंदीदा लीडर में बिहार में गिरिराज सिंह का नाम था। जब गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री से नरेंद्र मोदी दिल्ली आए, प्रधानमंत्री बने, तो गिरिराज सिंह को कैबिनेट में शामिल कर लिया गया। उस समय आरजेडी और नीतीश कुमार अलायंस में थे और गिरिराज सिंह लगातार नीतीश कुमार की आलोचना करते थे। जब बीजेपी के साथ वापस नीतीश कुमार की एंट्री हो गई और दोनों बिहार में सरकार बन गई, तो वही गिरिराज सिंह जो नीतीश कुमार को रोज गाली देते थे, वो अलायंस में अब नीतीश कुमार की तारीफ करते हैं। तो इससे पार्ट ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स की एक समय में जो गाली दे रहा है,
बट
कब तारीफ करने लगे।
लेकिन अभी तक तमिलनाडु में श्री अन्नामलाई एडीएमके आने वाले सिचुएशन में वो वेलकम करने का कोई साइन नहीं है। दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम। वी आर नॉट सीइंग एनी साइन दैट ही इज हैप्पी. He says, okay, my high command has told me I'm going to work for, with the AIADMK. He is not talking like that. So that is the problem. See, public perception is very, very important. Public and see, Annamalai has a very strong group of social media supporters. Now, I'm not talking about BJP. I'm talking about his personal group. Many of them are BJP. Some of them are not even in BJP. They are just supporters. They will go all out against AIADMK. How is it possible? You cannot have that alliance will not work on the ground. Even see, AIADMK workers, they are ready to work for BJP candidate, but if it is other BJP leaders, here there is a issue with one gentleman. If the BJP wants this gentleman, then they should plan to contest alone. There is no problem. Or they can try to have the separate alliance like they did for Lok Sabha election. I don't understand what yes, aggression, yes. He has grown the party from 4 to 10%. But it is not going to grow beyond that. Why can't BJP High Command not realize that? Even this 10% will come down in the assembly election.
So one more thing, what we heard from the sources is to justify this unification, both the parties like BJP and ADMK, they were tasked with bringing in more political parties to NDA alliance. Basically, they also want to bring the alliance partners of DMK into NDA alliance, so that it gives more credence to the NDA alliance and more justification to unification of ADMK and BJP, who were earlier fighting each other. So to bring in to suggest that the alliance is formed, the motto of the alliance is only to defeat DMK, and there is nothing beyond that, or they haven't
Correct.
compromised. So do you think? Yeah. So do you think? So my question is, do you think is it possible to break this DMK alliance? Like they have been contesting election for like 4 consecutively. They are contesting election. Do you think it is possible to break the alliance?
No, it's very, very difficult. Nothing is impossible. In politics, you can never rule out anything. But I think that it's very difficult to break the alliance. There is unhappiness in the VCK. There is unhappiness in the communist parties. There is also some level of discomfort in the Congress that they are being taken for granted. But eventually, they will just make some noise. There will be some bargaining, and then they will all come on board. I can't see that alliance breaking. What I can see is support for those parties in the alliance is dropped, including the DMK. We saw that there was almost a 6 to 7% reduction in vote share between 2019 and 2024 Lok Sabha election for DMK alliance. They barely got 45-46% this time compared to 53% last time. So my feeling is that this erosion of vote because of anti-incumbency will continue. So if you have somebody who can get upward of 40%, which an NDA alliance with the AIADMK, PMK, DMDK, and if they can get Mr. Seeman's NTK on board, they would definitely be able to cross 40%. And that becomes a contest, becomes a very tight contest.
Sure. Thanks. So with this note, we would like like to end this conversation. But still, we have this is just the beginning of this ADMK BJP episode, and we have many more to discuss on this subject for almost a year until an official announcement comes on this. So with this note, we'll end this particular adda for today. Thanks for joining us, Mr.
Thank
Sumanth
you.
Raman,
Thank
and
you.
Shankar. Thank you for joining us. For more such videos and live discussions, stay tuned to the Print YouTube channel. Thank you.